Hey guys, SMZ here. We're back playing Raid, and I just wanted to put up a follow-up video to my Ice Golem Speed Farm video from yesterday. A lot of you guys mentioned that having a six-star Marius with Crushing Rend, that's very difficult to obtain, right? So, can this team work without a six-star Crushing Rend Marius? I've been experimenting with this basically all morning, and I've depleted my gems significantly. So I think I have found a team. It's a variation of the first team. I do not have enough gems left to switch Marius's masteries to another useless mastery. So I still have him in Crushing Rend, but I will try to explain the use of this team without using Rend. So Rend in my first team was what was helping nuke wave 1. In this team, we will use Seer to nuke both waves. So instead of Geomancer, we've brought in Renegade. Now we have two resets. So, which is what will make this team possible. I've experimented with Marius without having 9 Police Slayer, and that one, although it works, it's not consistent. I do get a failed run from time to time. But without Crushing Rend, this should work. So, another change I've made is Man Eater is now in a shield set, which allows one more buff for Seer to strip. So let's go into the run and I will explain how it goes as we go. So I'll slow down the speed. On wave 1, Maneater puts up his buffs, unkillable and block debuffs. That gives 3 buffs along with the shield for Seer to strip. On wave 2, notice that we do want to save Marius's A3 and um, Maneater's A3. Which is why Seer, as you saw, will not use immediately her Karma Burn. She will first use her A2 to give 1 extra buff. Marius's A3 we also want to save, which is why I will just use A1 here. Again, my Marius will do more damage than a 6-star Crushing Rend, than a Marius basically who doesn't have 6-star Crushing Rend, right? Just ignore that because Seer is what's going to nuke the waves. If you have Seer or all of your champions above 250 speed, they should go twice before this team takes even one turn. So that's completely fine. So Marius just does his A1 and Seer nukes the second wave as well. Seer is nuking both waves. On the boss, very similar. Maneater puts Unkillable on. Marius goes directly into his A2. Slayer procs help a lot. It reduces down to half basically. And then he does 2 hits. Unfortunately, we don't have Geomancer now to take advantage of those hits. And what we will do now is we will use Kaimar to reset. Go again. Boss is almost dead. Even without the Slayer procs, it should be here. And now Unkillable comes back on. And with Marius, now we have the A3 left, which comes into handy. And boom, boom, boom. There you go. 27 turns. Still pretty nice. The time is 1:33 because I was stopping the video and going on 1x speed. Let me go one more run just to showcase that the runtime is also pretty fast. Wave 1 nukes immediately. And wave 2, we cycle round once. So Seer who nukes once again. Your Seer still needs to be 6-star Crushing Rend for this to happen without defense down. On the boss, again, Marius is A2. We take boss's hits like a champ. And then reset, it goes again. Notice that Marius is now faster than Maneater because of the Whirlwind of Death. And that allows us to have still 2 stacks of Unkillable the second time round. So this time we will need the third hit. We should cycle back around to it next turn. So just one more turn to go. So there's some RNG, but it's pretty damn consistent. So this time 34 turns. It's not as fast as the other variant, but still pretty darn fast. So I hope those of you who don't have 6-star Marius can now benefit from this team. It does require a second reset instead of Geomancer. And let me quickly go through the builds as well. Marius is unchanged. As I said, I did test him with out the 9-piece Slayer and it was not consistent. As you can see, I even have an attack banner, which is not great. So that means that just put 9-piece Slayer on, even if it's not the best banner or the amulet for Marius. Kaimar is unchanged. For Marius, one thing I forgot to highlight a lot is this mastery, the The Cycle of Violence, was it? No, not Cycle of Violence. Whirlwind of Death. Which one is that? This one. Yeah. This is very important for the first team, and also for the second one, so that Marius gets faster um, than Seer in the first variant, and then now in this particular team, faster than Maneater. Seer is unchanged. Maneater now has a shield set. Speed is still pretty high. It's even a bit higher now. You can tone it down. Doesn't change that much. 280 odd is pretty good. No other changes. We bring in Renegade now. Renegade is the slowest on the team, 246 speed. Just keep her close to or above 220, I think, and she should be completely fine. Other stats don't really matter. And then I should show the presets as well because of this second variant. So Ice Golem Speak. Let me show the presets. There it is. Marius. I mean, I could allow him to use this stuff, but Seer is faster and she nukes anyways, so it doesn't really matter. On wave 2, we're not using A2 or A3. And then on the third wave, just put A2 as the priority, and it should all be fine. Maneater, nothing on wave 1. On wave 2, don't use A2 or A3. And on wave 3, A3 should be priority 1, and this is not exactly necessary, but why not? Seer, one thing I forgot to mention is on wave 3, do disable Karma Burn, so we accidentally don't strip the unkillable. But here we have Karma Burn as prior 1 on wave 1. On wave 2, we need to use Clan Banner first and then Karma Burn, so that we have enough buffs to strip. Kaimar is not using Seal of Magic in the first or the second wave, and then he's using it on the third wave, but after one round. So first start off with Phantom Fire, and then go to Seal of Magic. Renegade saves her Sacrificial Ritual on wave 1, uses it on wave 2, and then on wave 3. If she does come back to it, great, but not absolutely necessary. So there you go. That's the team. And hopefully this one will help you guys who do not have 6-star Marius. And apologies, I do not have enough gems to basically put Marius on in second set, second mastery and back. But I hope that this, not using Marius to nuke waves 1 or 2, still kind of emulates that. Thank you very much for watching. And again, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps out tremendously. Thank you very much and see you next time.